Hey guys, Dark Humility here with a brand new mini guide and demo on the Season 10 closed beta. This is the 6th one we're doing, and this will be on multi-shot Amazon. I don't think I've ever made a guide on multi-shot Amazon and posted it to YouTube. However, we're going to do that here today. I might have done it once, maybe like in Season 2. I don't know, long time ago. However, there's some very interesting changes for the boson physical in Season 10. One, of course, is that the crossbows actually attack faster. It's a totally invisible change, but their frames are better, and you can see the proof here. You can see they're hitting 9 frames on a crossbow. That means that on multi-shot, you can actually attack fast enough with a crossbow to do it fast, effective, and in a devastating manner. An additional change that's actually almost equally as important is that instead of the 2 middle arrows proccing effects like on striking, the 3 middle arrows do, which means it's a lot more effective to proc on hit effects such as amplify damage, which is why we're going to show that in this mini guide here today. The Amazon is always a fun class, and this is probably one of the most beloved builds throughout all of D2's history, especially the people that really love the Age of 09. But I assure you that the 09 Xana is still alive and well, and the spirit of it is alive and well in PD2, and it is a very, very powerful build. I think they also buffed multi-shot directly in Season 10 as well, if I can remember. They either did it in Season 9 or Season 10, and so it even got a direct buff as well. So there's a lot of love coming for the boson in this season, and if you want to play it again, this is the perfect time to do so. Anyway, we're going to go over the stats, skills, gear, and then do some demos for you guys and show you how it works. Anyway, let's get it down. Let's get it going. We have stats. You want enough strength to wear your gear, and then you literally put the rest into dex for damage. If you're on softcore, I might not put all my points into dex. I'd probably put in like 100 to 200 in vitality so that I can survive with decent DR and res. If you're on softcore though, you just slam that dex button. And then you get a ton of damage added to your bow and damage in general. It scales very well off of dex no matter what bow you're using, whether it's Wind Force, crafted bow, whether you're using crossbows. However, I think crossbows will probably be the fun meta in Season 10. Res is good and important kind of, but your whole point on this build is not to really get hit that often, so it's not super important unless you're playing hardcore. That being said, you do have some FHR, some res to help you out. What's really important on this build though is going to be that attack speed frame. Make sure you're hitting max attack speed. Fanaticism on the Mercenary helps with this enormously, and allows you of course to put in max damage ED jewels or just a ton of ohm runes like I put in my Bariza here that's upgraded. Definitely a couple different approaches, but I'm just going to use a pretty basic weapon on this just to show off how strong it is. You can also get really high max damage, ED, min damage, rare jewels. You know, you can go pretty nuts with it if you get the right jewels. Jewels can be insane on melee builds, as some people might know. We don't need too much Deadly Strike because most of our Deadly Strike on this build is coming from the skill Critical Strike. And Critical Strike is double damage. You get either or. You can't double up on Deadly Strike and Critical Strike. It's double damage or 1.5 damage. And it is very strong, so make sure to have that skill leveled up pretty high. Crushing Blow does actually do pretty decent on bows, but it's not needed. It's kind of like an extra stat that can be good if you stack a lot of it. Projectile Pierce is pretty important, and then I always make sure I have 100%. Bariza has 100% by default, so you don't have to worry about any other Projectile Pierce once you have Bariza. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the core stats there. Of course, you have skills. I'm going to max out multiple shot for that damage and attack rating and for maximum number of arrows. Guided arrow is good for bosses. It's a little bit stronger, so you could max it out or put 1 point into it. This is the boss killing ability. It's pretty solid. Don't need any javelin and spear skills because we are a boson. We're going to put a lot of points in a crit strike for as high of a crit chance as possible for DS. Pierce, we don't really need extra of that because we don't need corruptions or anything, or this skill because we have Barizza. Penetrate, 1 point into it, or multiple points can help your AR issues if you have any. Attack rating issues aren't common on this build with all the auras, but like if you're having them early game, make sure to put more points into that. Evade, max evade. Movement speed is critical on any Amazon that wants to map quickly because you don't have any other ability to have mobility. There's no joust, there's no teleport, etc. Of course, you have dodge as well, which makes you really hard to hit while you're either attacking or standing still or running. So that means that even though I don't have much health, I'm not likely to take damage. I also am going to have max Valkyrie for a good front line. This is probably more advisable on Bosons than it is things like Javazons, but on a Boson I definitely like to get max Valkyrie. Not required necessarily, but I mean there aren't many more places you can put points on a multi-shot Zon anyway because there's no synergies. So you may as well just kind of, you know, get those tank stats, get the other stats going, and you'll be set to go. Alright, and then of course the Mercenary. Mercenary is an Act 1 Vigor Aura Mercenary. Vigor for movement speed, which once again is critical on Zon builds. However, because we don't need Conviction Aura and we're not elemental damage, we may as well get Vigor on that Mercenary. We also don't need her to proc anything, and so we just need her to be an Aura bot that has Fanaticism for us and Faith, Might if you have Templars, and then of course DR, Life Leech, and movement speed so she can kind of keep up with us. And she has more leech and other things. DR, just kind of sustain normal stuff on a Mercenary in general. Of course, we're then going to move on to her core gear. So, because we're going to test out the crossbow changes and the middle arrow changes on multi-shot, I'm going to show you guys Barizza with Ohm Runes in it. Barizza is a very good choice. Crafted crossbows with really high ED could also be insane on this build. You could definitely get 600 plus ED, no problem. And that can be really insane. Of course, this corruption on a Barizza would be sick too. And then, of course, there's other crossbows you can use. If you're doing strafe, I actually recommend you use Demon Machine, but that is a slightly different build. Anyway, you have Fortitude, Giant Skull. You can also use Veil of Steel, though. Veil of Steel. Oh, looks like we don't have enough strength to wear it. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much. As you can see, it gives about the same amount of ED. Whether you're using this or Giant Skull. Giant Skull has knockback though. You don't really need knockback if you have freeze though, which is what Barizza has. But I do like the fact that it has Crushing Blow. So Crushing Blow, ED, max damage. This can also help Pierce if you're lacking Pierce as well. It just has a ton of really strong damage stats. Atmas. Atmas is the amp. Now, amp on multi-shot, I would have recommended in previous seasons probably not to run this. Maybe even run just like High Lords for some extra DS, maybe Saracens for ED. But the thing is, the middle arrows are actually proccing amp pretty consistently now, because all three are. So I think Atmos is probably best in slot again, where it wasn't ever before. Them fixing that weird LOD quirk in this season is pretty insane. We got attack speed. ED would be nice in the bolts, but I don't remember where my ED... I don't know. I guess I could get better bolts. Where are my bolts at? Where are my bolts at? Let's see. Can I get a... I don't know. I might not be able to find them. It's okay. I made a whole bunch of bolts, and I might have lost those. I probably lost them somewhere. Enhanced damage, deadly strike, and things like that would be really good as well. Skills aren't super important on multi-shot, but they do help a little bit. It's mostly weapon damage, which is like ED, you know, maximum damage you can get in the weapon, and then attack speed ED if you need it elsewhere. Just lots of enhanced damage stats. Lots of them everywhere. Flat damage is good too, like on Wartraz and Razortail. And of course, Ravenfrost with the CBF is coming in clutch. Dex does help damage as well. Wisp Projector giving us more damage in AR. And of course, negative physical res on top of the negative physical res that is built into crossbows on PD2. That was the original buff to crossbows, but crossbows got buffed even further. So with negative phys res and with better attack speed frames. You're about to see this thing rip it up. Of course, we also have movement speed, attack damage, AR, and life down here. Of course, Torch, Annie, and then movement speed and all res. You can also use things like Steel Rend here, for instance. You can be tankier with Dungos. You can use like min-max crafted rings. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but overall, I'd say that's a pretty good gear overview. So let's get it going. That is actually a bad map, so we're gonna make a new one. At least for this build, it's a bad map. Oh, oops. Failed to join game. Bariza 6 sockets without corruption. Oh. Did the server crash or something, or? Oh, the server might have crashed. Uh-oh. Maybe I can do the EU server or something. Let's see. Oh, actually, it's Whoa. We can't enter a new game. That's not good. Rip video. I don't know what's going on, actually. This is interesting. Yeah, maybe rip video. I don't know. That's not good. Restart the client. Maybe. You're still into a game? Can I make a game? Can I get into your game and make a map or something? Or, did you already make a map? Or can I, like, show her off at least so I can finish this video? Let me try to redo it real quick. Let me try to restart the client. I don't think that's the issue, though. I think there's something going on with the server. I can't actually enter a game at all. Oh, you know what? I might have gotten bugged, actually. Oh, it might be that bug. Let me actually see. I can actually confirm if it's that bug. I don't know how that bug happened, though. Oh, no, it's not, actually. Well, I just tried another character, and I can't join with that one either. Interesting. Very interesting. Dang, man. Oh, wait, I can join with the druid.
How may I be of help?
Wait, why can I join with the druid? This isn't hype at all. This is lame. What is this crap? I don't think the beta is over, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to join with the druid. Also, I mean, it's usually over at midnight tonight, because it's the 20th. I don't know. Well, no, I understand what usually is the case at this. But what's interesting, though, is I couldn't join with the paladin either. Dang, server issues. Oh, no. Well, this is lame. Season's over. Season's not over. Anyway, I just got done showing off all the gear for the multi-shot zone. I wanted to show it off, of course, so that we can do that. We could still do that. We don't have to necessarily rip the video. I just got to be able to get into a game with the Zon. How's everyone doing, though, chat? How's everyone doing? Multi-shot is too strong. Banned. Banned? Banned? I don't know if I share that sentiment. Video splice. Multi-shot's back, sick. Well, I mean, it is really sick if I can show it. I'm gonna have to, like, keep trying to create the game until the game decides it has detected that my Zon is out of the game. Are other people failing to join? Yes. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh, we got into Europe. Alright, maybe we'll just do a demo in Europe then. Okay, we're good. That was lame. Alright, that's wasted time in the video. RIP. That's okay. Not the cleanest video we've ever made, but it'll have to do. Alright, demo. It's time for multi-shot. Let's do it. I don't know, I'd say multi-shot is... So, the thing about crossbows is they've always been way stronger damage-wise than normal weapons. Way stronger. Way stronger. Notice how much better the amp is, by the way. Ah, that lagged though. I swear, I'm lagging. Lagging like a mofo. Alright, next up, by the way, chat, will be Assassin, for those that aren't on YouTube in the chat. Plan is to do a couple of Assassin builds as well. Max damage, AR life, faster one walk, small turn, GCs, absolutely. Look how powerful it is though, it's insane. Cows are getting absolutely eviscerated. And notice how the amp is proccing a lot. That was my whole point. Get that amp quite a bit now with the 3 middle arrows. It's so much more consistent. And even when you don't amp, it's just super powerful. When I do amp, it's like one shot. I definitely wanted to highlight this build this season. Alright. Let's go off to another test here if we can. Let's see. Let's see how successful this is. Oh, interesting. Well, I might only be able to do one demo for you guys. I might have to end this video. Something's going on here. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I mean, you can see how powerful it is, though. I mean, in cows have a ton of HP, so any other map is just gonna absolutely rip through. No problem. No problem. Yeah, this is interesting, though. Okay, I got into another map on Europe. Maybe Europe is working, and maybe it's just, NA that's not working right now. This is kind of scuffed. This didn't happen all beta, so I don't actually know what's going on. Like the entire beta, there hasn't been an issue like this, so this is a new one. This is a new one. Not sure what's going on here. Alright. Some wild stuff. At any rate, let's see if we can demo another map for you guys here. You know, we'll do our best, I guess. Yeah, I've never seen this issue either, because normally when you're like failed to join game, it thinks your character is in a game. Looks like some kind of server bug, though. Anyway, hopefully that server bug doesn't make it to live if it's a new one somehow that someone found. I don't don't know how someone would find it on the last day of beta. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, as you can see, this build is absolutely devastating. Just flattens everything. Crossbows are so strong when you can fire them this fast with amp. My ping is absolute murder. It's okay, it doesn't matter. For the purposes of the video, you get the idea. And I want to do one more demo if I could, but, you know, let's see how lucky we can get here. Try to make a new map. I don't know, maybe gotta wait it out for the, let me try, no, this server's still toast, I think. Okay. Good to know. Great, great stuff. Okay. That server's absolutely murdered. Also, remember, you can wear Tyrell's Might if you're really rich, and you can get more ED than Fort against, like, undead and demons. So there's certain maps where that could actually be really strong. Where is, sewers, actually? I don't remember which one sewers is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's do a sewers. Sewers is really good with physical builds. 25, thank you. This is my most scuffed mini guide and demo yet, but hopefully the last 5 went so smooth. Well, this is what happens. By the way, I don't know what it is this season, but it feels like the monster melee splash might be bugged on the map because it just is crazy strong. I might avoid that map if I were you, if I was playing hardcore with any summons whatsoever. Unless they fix it. They might fix it though. That's a side note. Side observation. Very ridiculous power on this. Look at that amp just shred the monsters. Alright. And that is it for the multi-shot Amazon mini guide and demo for the most part. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the demo and are inspired to play this incredible build. Despite the server issues on beta. Oh, look at that, Storm Shield at the end. Multi-shot is looking insanely strong. And just note, this is just a Barizza, so there's nothing too special about it. It's not super rare. You can corrupt lots of these. Really good stuff. Multi-shot hype. It's coming back in Season 10. See you guys on October 25th. I'm playing as Xana myself, the Javazon. Look out for the Season 10 tier list after the end of closed beta, or open beta, sorry. Which will be probably like the 23rd. And I will see you guys there. Dark Humility over and out from the Mad Lab. From me to you, the Beast. Let's get it. Smash it, crush it. See you guys in the next one. Let's get it.